Somehow, we expect one institution to raise a proper child. We've seen many cases where society blames the home by saying charity as well as character begins at home, and then the home points to the school, calling it the forge where young minds are disciplined and intellectual capacity is shaped. The school in turn looks towards the church and other spiritual communities, believing they are the sanctuary where conscience is awakened and purpose is cultivated. Each institution sees only the part it was assigned to build, and when the child falters, each quietly hands the responsibility to another. Cultivation has never been the work of one environment. It has always been the harmony of many. Perhaps the greatest misunderstanding of education is believing that teaching is the same as raising. But they are not. While teaching transfers knowledge, raising installs culture. And this is why the greatest crisis of education is no ignorance, but contradiction. I think corruption begins the day the child starts receiving contradictory education. But look at the contradiction. Where the home teaches honesty, the classroom quietly rewards performance over integrity, and society applauds wealth even when it cannot explain its source. Now, a child that has successfully walked through those three environments stop asking for what is right and start asking for which version of right receive the loudest applause. That is how civilization begins to decay. Not because children were never educated, but because they were educated by competing philosophies. What then produces a complete child? For me, I believe that every child is raised by three parents: the biological parent, the school teacher, and their spiritual parent. The biological parent gives the child his or identity, the school teacher gives the child competence, and the spiritual parent installs purpose. Identity, competence, and purpose. We need to start believing that these are not competing responsibilities, they are complementary environments. When all three work together, they produce something that every nation desperately needs: educated people whose mind cannot be manipulated and whose lives become solution to the problem of their generation. And perhaps this is the true purpose of education, not just to fill classrooms and produce certificates, but to raise children who becomes tomorrow's great leaders. I am Chidibere Christian, and this is Premium Hill Podcast.